Yu is an antisocial loser who befriends an extroverted girl, but she starts to develop feelings for him.
その瞳をちょうだい
It all starts when you hold the sale at his school's art convention, but fails to attract any customers due to his hideous face. By the end of the day, he only sells 5 items and realizes that he has a higher chance of getting a kitty than reaching his goal of selling 100 by tomorrow. That's when he runs into a blue-haired freak Himari, who tells him that some girls came by the store while he was gone, meaning he missed the chance to make more sales. Yu sadly believes no one would want to buy any of his stuff, but the girl reveals she actually sold 27 items while he was crying in the bathroom. She then asks him why he wants to make 100 sales, saying he heard this from Sato-sensei from the science club. She shoves her face into his to demand an answer, and Yu bricks up looking at her pretty face up close. Yu then reveals he wants to open a store when he grows up because he's too dumb to have a proper job. His parents obviously don't support his ambitions but told him he can do whatever he wants if he sells 100 items at the fair. Himari laughs so hard that she spills juice on his face and proceeds to call him an idiot for making such a harsh decision. She then notes that he only has 68 items left and decides to help him sell out the entire stock. 2 years later, Yu continues to sell flower-related accessories online through his family's convenience store. Even in school, he's created his private world where he ambitiously works on his craft and creates more items for his store. He's also gotten really close to Himari in the meantime, who often comes to bother him while he's working. As they engage in some friendly physical banter, Yu recalls treating Himari after the fair and even gifting him a choker to show gratitude, which she wears to this day. Himari revealed she was stalking him for days and noticed his enthusiasm for flowers, so she decided to support his business. However, she ended up calling for a huge favor from her brother, and as payment, she demanded Yu's dull eyes. She noted his eyes light up when he worked on his craft, so he made him promise to never lose his passion and have his eyes light up every day for her. At present, Yu asks Himari about a talent agency that reached out to her, but she says she turned them down because she'll be busy helping him in the shop. She even jokes that she'll marry him if he doesn't open the store by age 30, and Yu asks her not to make such jokes because her brother Hibari has started treating him like he's his brother-in-law. Himari says the only way to stop him is if Yu marries someone else, but with a face only a mother can love. His chances of scoring are not very high. Himari asks him to touch some grass and get a shoddy on his ding-dong, but Yu argues he can't get any because she's all over him in front of the other girls. Himari says she never had trouble scoring guys, completely forgetting that she's cute while Yu looks like a poorly drawn NPC. She then goes into the fact that she belongs to a long line of nobles and might have to marry for family politics, but when Yu offers to compensate, she bursts out laughing because he totally bought into her fake story. At night, Yu returns home to the only kitty in his life, the Fuku, and recalls Himari telling him that she never finds any guy interesting other than him. Since both of them can't seem to get a good partner, Himari proposes they marry each other if the heir is still loners by 30. Yu tries to play it cool and says he prefers a more modest girl, and Himari excitedly jumps on his back because this is the first time she's ever been rejected. Later, Yu brings the batch orders to his sister Saku, who scolds him for coming without texting first. The next day, a guy walks up to Himari and tells her she can do much better than Yu, but she quickly stops his advances. She then questions if the friendship between a girl and a guy is just a myth, wondering if it's just a means to ride Yu's monster truck. She then tells herself that she's completely okay with Yu dating other girls, but it'll be sad if they have to part ways because of that. Meanwhile, Yu runs into a pretty girl at the vending machine and notes she's wearing a bracelet he sold 2 years ago at the fair. Just then, the bracelet breaks and the girl falls into despair. Seeing the damsel in distress, Yu mans up and offers to fix it for her, when under normal circumstances he can barely talk to anyone other than Himari. The girl sternly asks him what he wants, and Yu goes back to being a wuss immediately after. During class, Himari keeps texting Yu to ask more about the girl he met, but when he starts scolding him by raising his voice, the teacher tells him not to interrupt Himari's studies. After class, Himari asks more about the girl, but Yu doesn't even remember selling anything to her. Just then, his friend Makishima shows up and claims Yu for himself, which starts a war between him and Himari. Later, Yu tells them to get along because they used to date few years ago, but Himari says it was only because she was bored. She further adds that Makishima had 5 girlfriends at the time, yet she was the only one bullied for dating him. Makishima says it's her own fault for dating someone she didn't like, starting yet another fight between the two. Yu then asks for the purpose of his visit, and Makishima mentions the girl he ran into at the vending machine. He then asks her to come out of hiding, and as she says hi, Himari realizes the girl he met is Rin. Later, they discuss how Rin and Makishima have been friends for many years but got separated because they went to separate schools. She also reveals she and Rin used to hang out sometimes because Rin is in his brother's class. 2 years ago, Rin's sister promoted his flower stall, and since then, she's become a fashion icon who is all over the magazines. Himari believes Rin got the bracelet from her sister, and Yu agrees she might have no idea he made it. They invite her to Yu's workshop, where she presents the locket and sternly tells him to fix it at all cost. Himari intervenes, telling her to go easy on Yu because he has zero social skills, much like you guys. Rin says she's being polite but then gets startled when Himari puts a mirror in front of her face, revealing her frowning expression. She throws a tantrum demanding Yu fix the locket, and when Himari starts making fun of her, she grabs him by the face and tells him not to push her luck. Amid their fight, Himari suddenly starts squeezing Rin's honkadonkas, earning her an even worse beatdown. Later, as Himari sits there in shame, Yu finally starts working while Rin watches him closely. She notes that he has completely zoned out, and Himari explains he always goes into a trance while working, to the point that he can't even hear them talking. After a while, Yu finally fixes the locket and breaks out of the trance, only to find numerous hairbands in his hair, courtesy of Himari. Yu panics trying to get them off, and both girls share a moment of laughter. Rin then puts on the bracelet and thanks Yu for fixing it. As walks home, Rin asks if they're dating, but Himari tells her they have been best friends for 2 years. She reveals she is fascinated by Yu's passion for work and wonders if they'll still be friends when he stops working. As it starts to pour, they take shelter on the roadside, and Rin asks her if she's ever been in a one-sided relationship with someone. When Himari asks for details, she pulls up a picture of her, explaining that she has been in love with the person who crafted the accessories she wears. Now that she knows it's Yu, Himari realizes she isn't the only one who sees Yu for who he is, and believing their friendship would last forever now seems like wishful thinking to her. That's it for this video. Leave a like you enjoy and subscribe to the channel for part 2. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.